Welcome to my Children of Morta review on the Nintendo Switch. Juan here from SwitchWatch. I want to get a few things out of the way before we begin. This is a story-driven hack-and-slash RPG with roguelike features, but before you turn away thinking this is not going to be your thing, bear with me because quite honestly this could be one of the best indies on the Nintendo Switch this year. Let's find out why. Starting off with the story, you're instantly drawn in, and I mean you cannot take your eyes off the screen as you're transported into the world of the Bergens family. Ed Kelly needs to get some sort of award for the best narrator voice I've heard in a game for a good while.
Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort.
There is no voice acting, just Ed with his voice telling us about the corruption and the Bergens family defending Morta from their family mansion. Each character has a story. Let's take John, the guy that I instantly clicked with. He's a family man and will do anything to protect his wife and daughters. A master of the sword and shield. Grandma Margaret tells ancient stories, prophecies about the magical mountain. This family has defended Morta for generations, until that is, its god becomes corrupted, turning all creatures into monsters with his anger. The only way to save it is to find the seeds of life and rid the mountain of the corruption. I was enthralled right from the beginning, and the game is so clever in telling its story. After each run in a dungeon, a little more is revealed and hooks you straight away. The story is the driving force for you to go out into the dungeons, cleansing each one of the nasty creatures. As you get further into the game, more characters are unlocked, and this is the beauty right there. You feel connected to each and the family as a whole. You want them to succeed. In terms of gameplay, your mansion is your hub, and in your hub you're able to upgrade armor, agility, precision, and much more with money gained through runs with Uncle Ben. He's the guy that services all of the family's needs for upgrades and keeps you wanting to go out to dungeon runs to get stronger upgrades. Visiting Grandma Margaret, and she's going to help you with upgrades through the Book of Rhea. For example, Obelisk Remembrance, which increases the efficiency of obelisk effects. You can use these in your runs and are useful to give you timed buffs. When you're ready to start in a dungeon with a clear goal of clearing as much as you can, it will have, say for example, 2 floors and a boss, and at first it will seem almost impossible. Now you'll start with John, a competent swordsman, and as you level up you'll get to spend those skill points in your skill tree unlocking further spells, giving you greater advantages in battle. Couple that with other buffs that you come across and soon enough you become a formidable fighter. The genius of the game is you can play many characters in the family. For example, Linda, one of my favourite characters, is an archer. She suited my playstyle, would spam enemies from a distance and use a special skill to kill enemies who you couldn't see around the corners and shoot them from a distance, using a special skill. It's so damn satisfying that I just wanted to keep on playing over and over. You're going to die a lot each time, you'll get closer to your goal, so it's never a wasted journey. Each run has more quests and you can complete them, like finding certain items to cure your brother from battle wounds, or healing a dog that you found on your travels, or just finding out more about the story and unlocking the next playable character, member of the family, or new dungeons. When you unlock Mark, you'd not believe how differently he plays to the rest. Each family member offers something different, and all are enjoyable in their own way to play. Even more satisfying is a friend can join you on a run at any time and have a fantastic time together. I cannot convey just how good it feels also to play the game. Other than just saying it, the controls are so tight as well. I've played so many of these types of games lately, but this one has something about it that keeps you entertained, with the right mix of RPG elements, great story, and constantly wanting to clear rooms to see what you're going to find next. There are even mini games thrown in for a great surprise, or hidden shops. And then there are the bosses, which are also fun and challenging too. Everything here is a tight package, and it's seldom that I enjoy a game this much without thinking about what I don't like about it. Truth is, the only thing I could come up with is I wish there were some online options where you could play with friends, and there are some bugs which we'll talk about a little bit later. In terms of audio, the narration makes this game. Honestly, it's some of the best I've heard in the voice from Ed Kelly. It's just absolutely spot on.
Magnificent, but dangerous, a land of love found and of love lost. Before him was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by. Remaining calm and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion. Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part.
He builds tension and conveys a story expertly. Kudos to the sound department because the atmosphere created is also excellent, with great backing tracks and sound effects. There was a bug though, which meant I had to restart the game a few times as the sound would be delayed by a few seconds. It meant if I hit a foe, then 2 seconds later I would hear the actual sound of that action. It was like the biggest lag situation I've ever encountered. It happened twice, so the bug needs to be ironed out. Other than that though, the audio was brilliant. Now the visuals here, in my opinion, using a combination of hand-drawn pixel art and frame-by-frame animation. Modern lighting techniques bring this gorgeous world to life. The effects portrayed for each character's spells are worth praise because they look excellent. I love it when you level up and the game alerts you with a fantastic animation, which almost takes up the whole screen. Pixel art is not for everyone, but when it's dripping with detail like it is here and animated so beautifully, then it's hard not to appreciate the work that's gone in. Animations look absolutely great, but I did encounter some skipped frames, glitches and slowdown from time to time, especially when the screen is full with foes. Not a massive issue, just something to be aware of. So let's talk about the value. Children of Morta can be bought for £19.79 in the UK, $21.99 in dollars in the US, and $21.99 in Europe. For a little more, you can buy a physical edition, and of course, our friends at Signature Edition Games have a wonderful Signature Edition on their website. I'll leave the link in the description for all the physicals for you collectors out there. Now here you're going to have hours and hours of fun unlocking all of the family members and hearing more of that compelling story. Playing with a friend extends the game's life for many hours more. Dungeons are different every time, with random foes and a random layout being procedurally generated. Each dungeon will take many runs before you can complete them, but they don't become stale as there's always something different thrown in to keep you guessing. So in terms of my verdict, Children of Morta is an indie game for me, which is one of the best of the year. I think everything about it is excellent, barring a few minor bugs that I came across. The family element has been implemented fantastically. The story and the emotions you feel are absolutely compelling, and on top of that, you have excellent art and sound, all wrapped up in a package where the gameplay shines to keep you entertained for hours and hours, exploring dungeons alone or with a friend. With its unique set of characters, all with different play styles, there's something here for everyone to enjoy. An absolute must buy on the Nintendo Switch. This for me, a 9 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you're still here watching, thank you for your support. Really does mean a lot to us. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, well, there's a thumbs down that you can also hit. In terms of the game itself, I'd love to know what you think about it, so leave us a comment down below explaining your thoughts, whether you're going to pick this up. You may have played this somewhere else, maybe on the PC. Let me know. I'm really fascinated to understand whether this is a game you're looking to pick up. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm sure many of you out there will do too. You have to really play it to understand what I'm talking about on this one, because it's just one of those that grips you straight away. Enough of me waffling on. I'm going to put some videos up above, our physical weekly releases, bargain videos, and another review, so you can continue to watch some SwitchWatch content if you wish to do so. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification for your chance to win a Nintendo Switch Lite when we hit 50,000 subscribers. My name's Juan Romero from SwitchWatch. I'll see you again on the next one.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed?